Hey everyone, it's Haley and welcome to my first ever video on this channel. The first thing I will be talking with you about is your fantasy shift, which is really fun but also really important in the shifting process. Since you are just starting your shifting journey, you probably don't know what your fantasy shift is. If you do, that's great, but if you don't, I will explain it to you. Your fantasy shift is when you see yourself as a mermaid and discover your mermaid self through meditation and visualization. When I say visualization, I mean things like drawing and meditation to really get to know your mermaid self. In Fantasy Shift, some things you should do is 1. Do in-depth research on your mermaid. This is really important, and some things you should try researching are things like your mermaid type, your habitat, your diet, future predators you might have, your anatomy, characteristics, and this isn't written, but how you will drink water. The different types of mermaids you have to choose from is your tropical mermaids, Arctic mermaids, open ocean mermaids, your kelp mermaids, your deep sea mermaids, and your freshwater mermaids. There are, I think 7 different mermaid types, so you have tons to choose from, but your anatomy is very important when you're thinking about your mermaid. A lot of mermaids do use aquatic animals to base their tail off of, which is really smart. And with your anatomy, you will have to choose things like tail structure and if you will have gills or expanded lungs. With the thing with gills and expanded lungs is I personally suggest expanded lungs because we don't know if gills are possible yet. But we will make a video later on with the gills versus lungs topic. Besides that, your characteristics fully depend on your mermaid type. Characteristics are things like fluke size, skin tone, tail color, your personality. Another thing that is dependent on your mermaid type is your habitat. If you have a tropical mermaid, you will live in warm water, and if you're an Arctic mermaid, you will live in a colder area. Your diet depends on your habitat and your mermaid type, but you have to make sure that your diet is right for you. Like a lot of mermaids eat fruit, fish, and vegetables, but there are a lot of vegan and vegetarian mermaids. So if you are vegan or vegetarian, you don't have to change anything. You can eat your fruits and veggies and still stay away from fish, and you don't have to not be vegan. But one thing you don't want to do is become the food, so you have to know the predators that are going to be in your area, just so you can protect yourself and maybe have protection. There's a lot more than this that you need research on, but I will have a link in the description to questions you really need to answer, and they're vital for your F shift. The second thing you really need to do is to draw your mermaid. When you've finished all your research and looked at the links that I sent you, you should really draw your mermaid just so you know what you're going to look like. And the third thing is to meditate. If you don't know what you're going to look like, you can always use guided meditation so you can discover more about your mermaid self. I find this really helpful personally. That's basically it for this video. If you do have any questions, feel free to comment down below, or even better, I suggest you join our Amino. We post daily there, and I'm sure any questions you have will be answered by me or any other mermaid.